Challenges. It's Miss McDougall, and today we are going to talk about a couple of different types of strokes that you can use in the game of badminton. I've provided a little video so that you can kind of see how the badminton game works, so make sure that you've watched that. And now we're going to get some time to practice some of those strokes on how to use your racket to efficiently get that birdie over the net. So there's two types of strokes that we're going to talk about today, and the first stroke is called a forehand stroke. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you. And then the second type of stroke is going to be a backhand stroke. So depending on where that birdie is coming from, you may have to approach it a little bit differently based on that projection coming towards you. So we're going to talk about the forehand stroke first, okay? So your forehand stroke, you do want to make sure that you're gripping your racket properly. And I do apologize, today I'm having to use a racquetball racket because my badminton racket is missing. So I've got to locate that. But I'm going to demonstrate those strokes for you anyway using this racket. So the forehand stroke, what you want to do is you want to put out your opposite foot. Let me step back so I can demonstrate. Your opposite foot that you are having your racket in, that you're going to be using for your stroke. So I'm going to put out my left leg because my dominant hand is my right hand. So I have my racket in my right hand. I'll step out with my left foot, and then I'm going to swing with my right hand. Okay, now this is when your birdie is coming towards you, and it's probably in an area from your chest to your knees, okay, because that's going to require you to do kind of an upper hand stroke, right? If, for instance, that birdie is coming towards you and it's a little high, you're going to have to do something called an overhand forehand stroke. All right, so something like this. So it's a little bit different. Again, you're going to step out with that opposite foot and you're going to flick the wrist, okay, which is a little different from when you play tennis or racquetball because they really recommend that you keep your wrist nice and strong. But with badminton, not the case because the birdie is so light and easy to hit. So again, stepping out with that opposite foot and a flick of the wrist, okay? So we've learned that forehand stroke. Remember, stepping out with your opposite foot. If that birdie is low, we're going to come back under, right, and pop that birdie across the net. If that birdie is coming up in a high area, we want to step out with the opposite foot and do a flick of the wrist, okay? So those are our forehand strokes. Let's talk about the backhand stroke. This one is a little different. Because sometimes when the birdie's coming towards you, it's coming on the opposite side of where your racket is. Okay, because again, I'm right-handed. If that birdie is coming towards the left side of my body, I've got to react fast, right? So I'm actually going to turn my body in the direction of the birdie coming towards me. And a backhand stroke is just simply going, and again, if the birdie is coming from your chest to your knees, you want to do a backhand stroke to pop that birdie back over the net. I am stepping out with the same foot that my racket is in. See? Just like that. Let me try that again. Watch carefully. Stepping out, pop that birdie. Okay, again, depending on the height of your birdie, you may have to do one of those higher backhand strokes, right? So just kind of gauge when you see that birdie coming towards you, what direction you need to put your body. Now we're going to get a little bit of practice time in. Here's what I want you to do. Have your learning guide, a family friend, or a sibling work with you on your technique. And this is how it's going to work. They're going to throw that foam ball or that fluff ball in your direction. And I want you to respond with either a forehand stroke low or high, or if it's coming on the opposite side that your racket's on, you're going to do your backstroke, okay? Whether it's low or high, Okay, so I want you to give that a little practice. Your submission today is to show me what you've learned. After you've had some practice, submit a quick little 30 to 45-second video of that birdie coming towards you or that fluff ball and you practicing those strokes. All right, so let's do this, ninjas. I can't wait to see what you've got.